So hopefully everything should be better now. If it's not, I'll just go ahead and restart my computer after this round. Go ahead and restart the stream one more time. Let's try some new encoder settings to see if it would fix some stuff. Basically, what happened is I was forced to do a new system BIOS update through Windows Update without even being prompted. It was just forced on me, and it basically changed all of my like undervolting for my GPU, CPU, and basically just turned around and made it so I can no longer do that. So I've actually been on the phone with Dell trying to downgrade my BIOS, but it turns out this version of BIOS has BIOS dependency, which does not allow you to roll back. So I've just been kind of experimenting with some of the levels today, trying to figure out what are some good settings, and obviously that was not one. So zone gonna go all the way to military now. As you can see, 303 is gonna be right in the center of this one. And here we go. Team 7 going to be pushing right towards them. Tasty hops in that buggy and is going to basically rotate to a different location. Trying to get center circle, I believe. Thank you for the follow, Bernax. And I believe stream should now be up. So let me go pull it up on one of my computers. See if everything is working properly. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, guys. As far as I can tell, everything looks good now. Let me see in chat if it's better on your guys' end. Hopefully, it's all back to normal now. I do apologize for that. So we're going to see a couple teams going ahead, swimming across the water right now. Currently going to be looking at... Well, they're going to be shot up in the water, and I believe they're going to be taking some shots from who is on land right here. Let's go over and switch to these guys. Ooh, he's going to be having a M249, so going to be quite a bit of damage while these guys try to swim across, come back up for air. So Bastard's still trying to get some bullets landed on some of the players right there for Virus GG. He's going to end up being third party from Immortal Dragons over there. So they're going to end up rotating away, going over to the new circle. We're still going to go ahead and see Team 9 placing some shots on these guys as they try to go ahead and swim across the water. As you can see, there's going to be a boat smoking in the water over there. Maybe Breadstick can go along to... thank you for the follow, Rain. So they're going to go ahead and start rotating out. We're still going to have a couple players in the water over there, but nothing too crazy. Hopefully they can go ahead and get to the zone before it start closing in. As you can see, it is already headed in this direction. Just hope at this point, Team 9, instead of staying back trying to get some of these kills from farming them through the water, can potentially go out to zone if they don't have some kind of meds. I'm going to check over here with Scout. I do see some of the players for Team 10 pretty close to these guys at this point. Thank you for the stream share, Seal. They're going to be taking a bunch of damage before they can get into the zone. Scout going to be just down to a couple HP now. And it's going to be very hairy for Team 23 coming in after swimming across. Hopefully they were able to get a heal off. It does look like they might have found a vehicle back there, though. So from the kill feed, saw a knock over on Breadstick for Virus GG. And it looks like Romp ended up turning around and stealing it away from him. I'm just not sure who initially got it. I saw it come through, so I tried to get over here quick enough. I believe it might have been Immortal Devils over here. Thank you, guys. I wanted to make sure it was all working properly. So I'm not entirely sure what my follower count up to on Twitch is right now. I'll have to check that in just a second. I did see a couple coming through. As you can see, through a 3 up on top of the hills. Going to get a couple knocks right here onto Team 12, which is going to be Seal family. One of their players going to be off to the other side. I believe they should... have a little bit of hardcover right there behind the dossier right there on their right-hand side. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get Fanta back up at this point. It's always worth a shot. It sounds like he might either have the vehicle glitch or might be lagging a little bit. So zone's not going to pour in. Powie going to go down to go. And they're going to be chilling over here at the shack. Going to be moving back into the mountainside now. Both the players over there for... I think it was Team 14. Possibly. Can't remember the team number. Either way, Execution Esports over here going to take down the rest of the MFD team. You can see Vert coming through the kill feed over there for Team 21, getting a kill for those guys over there. This now brings us down to our final 5 teams this round. We're going to be looking at 303 Esports, Savage Bada, Execution Esports, Immortal Devils, and I believe that is going to be it, as well as Team 21, which is going to be Team X. So Binary going to come out with a knock onto one of the players over there for Team X. And here we go. Execution Esports is going to be right below Mortal Devils. Shino going to come out with a knock. Gets a knock onto two of the players. Now three. And that is going to be a squad wipe right there for Execution Esports. And Alexander going to go out as soon as he breaks the plane for the play zone. And that is now it. That brings us down to our final two teams. Going to be looking at Savage Bada and 303. Perfume going to be very low on HP inside this yellow shack right here, as well as Sarky. Hopefully these guys have some heals so they can go ahead and get back up to full strength and try to get something going against 303 over here. I believe they're rocking out with 6 kills already this round. Let's see how many they got over here. So they got 2. So as you can see, they're all going to spread out, get multiple different angles on this team. And that is going to be it. 303 is going to take our first round tonight. I'm going to go ahead and take some endgame pictures real quick. Go ahead and get round 2 set up. Hopefully we can get some more of these teams in for the next round. I went ahead and pinged them last round. So hopefully they end up showing up. That way I don't have to issue as many bans. Definitely don't like doing it. So stay tuned, guys, and we will definitely be back. Hi guys, welcome back for round number 2. Gonna be playing on Miramar this round. Gonna get a plane line going from El Paso and it's going out to sea past Junkyard and Minas Generalis. So we're gonna get our first couple players jumping out. They're gonna be heading to the north. And we're going to get a whole cluster of players pretty much jumping out just before the middle, right above San Martin. What's up, Freeze? I promise one day I will try my hardest to grow that chat for you. Right now, I'm just focusing on getting my followers to 1,000 on Twitch, which I think I'm like 20 away, maybe, if I remember correctly, something like that. And pretty much trying to get viewers on the Trovo channel right now. Thank you for the follow, Sukis. No, I'm not following for that one. So right off the bat, I believe we're going to go ahead and see a battle between GOS and I didn't get to see the rest of the name, TS. Where are these dudes at? And it's going to be a little too late. So we're going to see a knock on the trunks. As you can see, Gogo going to be right up on the broken wall directly in front of them. Steezy going to be on the second floor of the 3-story right there. And I hear a Winnie. I mean, it is a lot better since they added that scope to it. It's like a bolt action. I mean, if you get a headshot, you're going to get a knock. It's not too bad. So Team 10 over here is going to be a little spread out from each other. As you can see, one of their players is going to be all the way at the other end right here, whereas the other two teammates, Howie and Jekko, going to be at that 3 to 4-story compound just down the street. Little concerned that Tekadana is right here to his left-hand side. Potentially could just come right there by that wall and have clear shots onto him. And there's really no way of his team getting over here. Monday's going pretty good, Taco. How's it going? And why exactly do you say Team 21 is hacking Ty Allen? So Goyo gonna go ahead and get a knock onto one of the members of Mark for Death. Where are these guys at? It's gonna be up here by Cruz de Valley. Let's go ahead and check this out. Omega's gonna be back here waiting to see what these guys are doing. And as you can see, oh, thank you, Freeze. I'm not even sure if the bots, everything I set up over there on YouTube even worked properly. I know the one day it was like constantly spamming the chat, and by the next stream it was all fixed, so not really too sure what happened. So Immortal Devil's going to go ahead and have the opportunity to go ahead and loot this entire city to themselves. Omega's going to go ahead and back off, come to the tail end of it. Hopefully he can get out of here in one piece, try to get his team some placement points in this one. But in the meantime, let's go ahead back over here with all these teams. So Steezy is currently knocked inside the 3-story compound right here. And we're still going to have pretty much everyone else still up. Yeah, there's like, I think what, like 15 people on Trovo right now? Let me double check. Actually, I take that back, 24. But Freeze, if you go over to Trovo, you'll be chatting it up with MFD. Right now, they're currently the only ones talking in there, so definitely appreciate the, sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? Opportunity to get the chatters up on my channel. On Trovo, it's not liking a stream like it is on Facebook, Brian. It's basically just a follow is what it is. So Gillville now going to go ahead and push forward, move into the compound where ZH4X currently going to occupy. You can see he's already been thirsty, so he's going to go ahead and try to get that one off. And Tekadan going to be on the top of the hill right here. Not sure if... No, rest of the team currently out, so Trunks and Stevie have already been eliminated. I knew the Steezy got knocked. I just didn't see him go out. I don't think I was paying attention. So off in the distance, you can see the drop going to be landing right on top of one of the buildings. Real question is, when this is all said and done, does the winning team go over there and collect it? So as you can see, Powie not going to have a helmet at all. I definitely believe somebody shot that thing off because there's no way he'd be rocking around this long. And that is it for Tekadan up there. So that's going to be, I believe, it's going to go to Virus GG, or not Virus GG, sorry about that. Team 23, we're going to be looking at Invictus. The tag for Young right there just kind of threw me off since Virus GG is in our scrims tonight. Oh, what's up, Freeze? So we're going to see a knock from Gatlin over here. Let's go ahead and check in with her. Thank you for the follow, Styler. And they're currently going to be taking on Virus GG. So we're going to be saying Catlin, Romp, and Scuba over here. Diverse going to be just off in the distance. I think the real word I was looking for earlier, funny when I was kind of fucking up my words, was thank you for your support in the chat. That sounds a lot better. Some of the players from Virus GG going to be up on the hill right here above Prism Esports. They're going to be trying to play some shots downrange, trying to get some hits on them as they try to rotate away in their vehicles. As you can see, Scuba successfully did make it away. MDF, like fiberboard. I think that's what you're going for. So now it does look like those teams finally met up here in San Martin. Wasn't able to get back here in time, but let me go ahead and check in over here with Team 21. This is going to be Team X. They're going to be getting some shots landed on their vehicle right here from Invictus. Going to go ahead and rotate here to the concrete compound. Go ahead and hop out of their vehicle. Try to get a line of sight on these guys. As you can see, they're going to be spread out just on the dip on the other side of the road. So they're already prepared for this fight, already in position, ready to go, and just waiting for Team 21 now to go ahead and make some kind of mistake. And they'll try their best to go ahead and take advantage of it. Hey, Robin, can you grab me a drink, please? I got cotton mouth. What team is SEAL team? So Team 12. They're gonna be in Picado by themselves right now. I do apologize. I don't mean to skip over everybody's teams, but I just try to stick to where like gunfights are. So it's nothing against anybody. I just try to get action on stream for you guys to go ahead and watch. That looks a lot better than Brian Santos. So Nate gonna come out right there is gonna cause quite a bit of damage to Creed. He's gonna go ahead and heal up. Here comes one more. And was not timed long enough. Ends up exploding just a little bit too early. Thank you. And Invictus really just waiting this one out. They have a really good position right here with literally nobody behind them. As you can see, Omega is off in the distance. But I really don't think at this point he wants to go ahead and give his position away, especially with there still being 13 teams still up. So fortunately enough for both these teams, they're going to be in the next zone. As you can see, most of our teams are within this zone right now. We're only going to have maybe just a handful of them having to force their rotation forward. Vert going to go ahead now, get the knock onto Krieg. Krieg going to be just a little too far forward for his team to go ahead and help out, but they're just going to go ahead and get the thirst off as quickly as possible. And that now is going to leave both these teams down to a three-man. But as you can see, Scout getting a bunch of shots landed on him. And here comes Goyo from the rear. He's going to be in the compound directly behind these guys. Definitely heard those shots. Tried to third party it. And as you can see, Invictus going to go ahead and hop in their vehicles and make the rotation away and go to a compound that's within this zone. And here now comes the rest of Immortal Devils. And if it would have just been just a second earlier, they may have been able to get some knocks on them as they were making the rotation away. So here comes the push from Immortal Devils. They're going to crash right into the side of this warehouse. I'm going to go ahead and get a first-person view onto these guys, see how this ends up going down. And you can see King Sweet going to be showing right between the tires. Prodigy ends up taking advantage of that, which now gives Goyo the opportunity to go ahead and push forward. And Falcon now gets the knock on a Scout. It is now just up to Vert. Let me go ahead and spectate in with him. Goyo going to come around the side of the building and ends up getting knocked by Vert. And just too much power coming around right behind him. So we're at the point now where pretty much all our teams are within this new zone. Team 14 going to be the farthest ones out at this point. Actually, I believe the only team out at this point. Let me end up just going over here with Invictus one more time. They're currently going to be coming up on Team 13, which is going to be Rejected Bots. So let's see how this one ends up turning out. As you can see, Rejected Bots is currently at a three-man, so it's going to be a pretty even fight between these two teams if Invictus decides to take this. So now we're going to go ahead and see the next zone. This one's going to go ahead and rotate down to the graveyard. The only team within this zone right now is going to be Execution Esports. So Junior goes ahead and pushes up the hill. Is going to get the knock onto Govil from the left-hand side. So definitely a very successful flank on that one. As you can see now, Lucky's going to come out from the compound. Possibly come up. No, we're going to go ahead and see their player hop in their vehicle. Go ahead and make their rotation away. Young tries to place some shots onto them. And it's just way too many people shooting at him at one time. So they're most likely going to go ahead and get the thirst. Hop in... probably his vehicle. I don't think they have one unless it's parked behind the compound over there. And start making the rotation to zone as well. They're going to have about 30 seconds to make their way over there. So let's see what everyone is currently up to. As you can see, they're all hopping in their vehicles, starting to make their rotations forward. See where 303 ends up stopping. It's going to be just a little short of Execution Esports right there. But definitely... Marathon of hide and seek. Did you guys get to see him to the left-hand side running up the hill away from the two teams of the compound I was spectating? I put that in there just for you guys. So CO going to be right here on top of, I believe, Team 3's Prism. It should be. Scuba's going to go ahead and try to play some shots on him as they continue to rotate. It's going to be a little low on health. Fortunately enough, his buggy right there does have all four tires still attached to it, so shouldn't have any issues making his rotation to zone. Everyone else currently should be pretty good. I'm I'm going to check in with Seal over here. They're going to come up right beside Scuba. Actually, I believe they may have shot him out of the vehicle, or he may have stopped to heal. I'm not really sure. Just on top of the hill, we're also going to see Team 9, which is going to be Outplay Esports. They're currently going to have a knock member up there. Not too sure who that knock ended up coming from. But as you can see, here comes Seal pushing up from the right-hand side. Flex going to be over the top of the hill up there. So there's a very large potential for a third party if they continue to overextend themselves over that hill. From what I'm seeing in the kill feed right now, I believe it's 303 as well as Prism getting a couple knocks. So Romp and Caitlyn now pushing up this hill. Gonna land the last couple shots right there into two of the members for Seal. They're gonna go ahead and thirst one, knock the other. And then the rest of Seal gonna be on the top of this hill right here. I believe it's just down to one member, and it is gonna be Reaper. And Falcon gonna go ahead and claim a knock, I believe. So it's gonna finish off that team, which now brings us to what, our final 8 from what I can tell? And there we go. It's going to be a 2v1. Falcon going to get one more with that M7. They're now going to have to run to this zone. This is the one that definitely causes the bunch of the damage. Going to switch over here to, I believe it's going to be the last player for Mark for Death. He's going to end up getting a knock onto Legend. Ends up throwing a molly out. Unfortunately, that kill ends up being stolen by Immortal Devils. They end up going to get a knock onto one more of the players. That's going to put them down to a 2-man, as you can see. Junior's now going to go ahead and heal up behind that rock. They're going to go ahead and pop some smokes. And Omega lives through it. The only potential is Immortal Devils over there may have a direct line of sight onto him. So you just might want to lay low for a second. So Frag's going to come out, cause just a little bit of damage right there to Alexander behind the wall. Here comes 303 up on the backside of this little hill. Jordan's going to go ahead and get knocked right there by Caitlyn. She's going to be just off in the distance. All 3 players for Prism still going to be standing. John's going to go ahead and steal that kill away from her. And that is it for MFD over there. Very nice attempt by Omega to try to get them into the top 5. So God ends up getting knocked as they run to zone. Tasty trying to get in as quickly as possible. Execution Esports is now trying to get to zone as well. Alexander going to go down now as well. And I believe that is going to be it for Execution Esports. Or sorry, 303 Esports, my bad. It's also, I believe, going to be it for Prism 2. These are our final 2 teams at this point. It's going to be Immortal Devils as well as Execution Esports. So Prodigy going to go ahead and prime a nade, thinking they're behind the rock, and retry was definitely just there. Ends up backing off of that, moving more towards the right-hand side, getting in that little crevice right there. Out comes a bunch of shots, a couple landing on Go-Go, bringing him down to about 50%. And he is now going to get knocked. Alexander going to get that one with the M4. Out comes a nade. That one's going to be just a little bit too short. And it's basically going to be simultaneous right there. Last two members for Immortal Devil's going to go down. And Execution Esports going to be the victors of our second round. So I'm going to go ahead and take some screenshots real quick. Go ahead and get our third round set up for you guys. And we will be back momentarily. Alright guys, welcome back for round number 3. Gonna be playing on Sandhawk this round. Plane line gonna go from basically Kampong all the way up to Hattin. As you guys can see, most of our team's already jumping out. And I believe we're gonna get the last ones right here after Paradise. And take that back. MFD gonna be the last ones out of the plane on this one. They're gonna be heading to the left-hand side to Hattin. And I believe they may have some company. As you can see, Team 22 looks to be going in that same direction right now. So up here, it does look like Invictus is going to end up landing with another team, and this is going to be 303 Esports. So we're going to get a battle between these two teams pretty much probably right off the bat. I definitely thought somebody just jumped in the boat. It sounded like it was driving away. I don't think I'm going crazy. That's definitely what it sounded like. So they're going to go ahead and rotate to the back wall. And it does look like 303 is going to start heading this way. As you can see, it's going to be Lucky and God. Going to be third person peeking, trying to see where these guys are currently at. Shot's going to come out from God first. He's going to get knocked right there by Young with the M4. Creed going to go ahead and get a knock onto Lucky as well. That's going to be 2 members down from 303 right now. So it's just going to be up to Binary as well as Jordan. Binary now pushing this direction. Question is, do they continue to come over here, or do they just end up backing off of the situation and trying to work their way into the end game? Barney going to get a couple shots landed on him by Blue at the top of the compound. In comes Young, gets the knock onto him. It is now just going to be down to Jordan. Jordan does get some shots landed on him, and that is it. Very nice job right there by Invictus. I believe Creed the only one going down in that exchange, so very nice teamwork on those guys' part. Let me head down here to these couple teams. Let's check in with Guy Jean over here on Team 10. And they're going to be possibly fighting it out with either Team X or Immortal Devils right here. I believe through what I saw in the kill feed, it was Immortal Devils from earlier. But it now does look like Team X has pushed over in this location. As you can see, Scout landing some shots right there onto one of their players. And we're about to be looking at a 2v1. Scout ended up getting knocked by On Lee, which is very lucky on his part. You can see how low his HP was before Scout decided to come back and try to take on the 2v1. So here we're going to go ahead and see Team 9 taking on Seal. Seal moving up and getting the squad wipe. That's going to go ahead and give these guys, well, let me click on the player. Maybe it'll tell me. 3 kills so far in this round. As you can see right here, Immortal Devils is coming up behind Execution Esports, so we may see a confrontation between those two teams as they come into the zone. Other than that, up to the north, we're going to see Team 13. Well, it would help if I have my team list back up. Rejected Bot's going to be to the north. Right now, they're going to have a couple teams around them. It's going to be Velocity Ace as well as Team 23, which is going to be Invictus. I believe they ended up losing one of their players. I'm not sure, but I did see it come through the kill feed. I want to say it was Young. Other than that, as you can see, zone is almost all the way in at this point. We're going to have, what, about a minute and a half until it starts moving in once again. And here come some shots from Team 23 just down the way. Invictus trying to land some shots. As you can see, I believe they did get a knock over here onto DJ. Creed is now gone for the off angle on the left-hand side. And his teammates are going to be right here to go ahead and try to land the last couple shots. Ends up getting inside of the little shack right here with literally less than 1 HP. So we may see a third party over here. Actually, no. That's going to go ahead and be a stolen kill. And that's going to be coming from Velocity Ace. They're going to steal this one away from Invictus over here. So Legend is going to be stuck inside of the shack right now. Lucky trying to come in for some backup, ends up getting taken down by Creed. As you can see, Lyric is just going to be back a little bit farther. He's going to get tagged up quite a bit. It's going to have to stop and heal back up. And this is still going to leave Legend exposed. So as you can see, he did drop some smokes to provide some cover through that door, since there's absolutely no covering left through that front side where Velocity Ace is landing the shots through. So I see Seal coming out with some knocks. Let me head over to this. Well, I was going to say, let me try to get over here before this one ends, and it's just a little too late. I do see Creed coming out with a knock onto one of the players of Velocity Ace over there, so I'm most likely going to head back to that one. As you can see, Villain is heading directly down here to Immortal Devils, and it's, well, here comes the rest of the team, so we're about to see a 4v4. So they're going to go ahead and chill behind some hard cover over here and continue to spread out. And out comes some shots with what sounded like a VSS. I'm not sure if they end up landing right there onto Villain, but definitely probably lost probably about 25% of his HP right there. So Zone now is going to go ahead and almost come all the way in. Ends up getting knocked, as well as Falcon. It's just now going to be down to Goyo. Let's go ahead and switch on in a first-person view of him. See how this one ends up going down. Villain ends up pushing up, and can he get it? Does the nade go off as they come in? And there, he gets a knock and a half. So At least got something out of it. So very nice attempt right there by Goyo. So we're going to see a complete hard shift up to the north. Paradise going to be almost dead center of this one. I do see a couple teams over here pretty much on top of each other, and it's going to be Velocity Ace as well as Virus GG. So let's see how this one ends up turning out. Thank you for the follow. I'm just going to say SA. I apologize. I can't pronounce your name. I do try my best. I just don't want to butcher it. I have a very hard last name, and I definitely know how that one is. So we're still looking at one player still standing over here for Team 14. It is going to be Frank. And question is, do they just end up leaving alone? It does sound like they want to go ahead and try to get this third party. As you can see, Legend trying to play some shots in this direction. And Creed is going to get the revive off. So Blue ends up getting knocked one more time, trying to crawl back to some hard cover right here behind the compound. Legend trying to flank left, try to get the last couple bullets right there into Blue. Was unable to get them landed, but keeps trying to basically put some on target down in this direction, not allowing them to go ahead and peek. Believe that's going to be a frag out going right inside of the compound. And as you can see, Virus GG in the background is going to come in for the third party, ends up getting one of them. And I want to say JP Killer ends up taking down Legend. So Virus GG comes in, third parties it, takes down the last player. And now they're going to move in and take out the other team. So Breadstick does get knocked, but JP Killer is going to go right there to land the last couple shots onto him, and they are going to come out victorious in this one. A very nice job right there on the push by those guys. And let me, whoa. Oh, wow, why won't it let me switch? We're going to go ahead and check in with Zesty real quick. And as you can see, Seal Gaming is going to be moving in directly on his right-hand side. A couple of the players being eliminated. I believe it was Waffles, Nick at Night, and Pee-wee. Tried to click on them quick enough, and I just wouldn't let me switch. I think that's one other thing they should incorporate into this game. Instead of not letting me switch when a player dies, it should put me, like, spectating their team. That'd actually be pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and see the zone shift one more time. This one's going to go directly to Paradise. Prism going to be right there on the bottom right-hand side of the zone. And moving in from the southwest is going to be Execution Esports. Mark for Death be coming in from the west, Virus GG from the north. And as you can see, the last player for Velocity Ace already going to be within the zone. I don't think he really had to go too far. I think he might have got the zone on this one because when we saw it earlier, it was laying in the grass. Just trying to keep his team alive in this third round, trying to get them some placement points. Definitely know the feeling. Had to do it quite a few times myself. So no hard feelings on that one. Thank you for the stream like, Francis. So for all you guys watching on any other social media platform out there, do me a favor, will you please head over to my Twitch and just give my channel a follow. The username is going to be SnowBack Gaming. Basically, I'm trying to hit 1,000 followers as quickly as possible. I think I'm only like, how many away am I right now? 18 away. So I need 18 follows to hit 1,000. So I'd love to hit it tonight. I don't know if it's going to happen. If not, I'll definitely try again on Friday when I do the scrims for Tip Top Esports. So definitely have a very good following in EU. Noticed over there, EU is very, very, very supportive of their streamers. So they're very grateful when somebody does stream for them. Um, whereas NA, I've noticed that it's kind of all about themselves. Like, it's not really big on the stream. Like, Mark for Death and everybody, like Freeze and these guys, like always in my streams, always commenting. Even Toko on Facebook, anytime I stream, he's always in there asking me what's up, stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff I like to see in the NA community. I just wish more people could just be like that. Let's go ahead back over here to Virus GG. As you can see, Bredsek is going to take down one of the players for Gaijin, and I believe that is going to be the last one. JP Killer ends up being knocked in the process, and now we're starting to see some knocks come out from Execution Esports over here, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out to these guys. I believe that one coming from Flex, and they are going to be taking on Seal Family over here. Let's see if they can go ahead and get Fanta back up. And where is the rest of this team? So they're going to be farther away, just on the very top of the hill to the right-hand side. So they may have some overwatch over these players over here, and could potentially get a couple knocks. Fanta going to come out with the knock on to retry. So Fanta is going to get back up after getting knocked by him, and knocks him in return. Actually, no, sorry. Flex got that knock earlier. Seal ends up rotating the opposite way, ends up running into Mark for Death. Funny ends up getting a knock onto one right after they get a knock onto Ty. As you can see, Villain and I believe one more. Fanta is down to about 1 HP. Villain currently knocked back there. I didn't get to see the player's name that got thirsted, but that is going to leave them down to a 3-man. Reaper trying to go back to help his teammate and get knocked in the process, so it is just now going to be down to Fanta. Playzone is going to go ahead and claim, I believe it was, what, retry over there? That ended up getting knocked by Seal Gaming, so that at least is going to give them a couple points into this one. Hopefully Fanta can stay alive with the hardcover right there and continue to keep his team into this one. We're still going to have 6 teams still standing. Mark for Death is going to go ahead and get third-partied right there by Virus GG. They're going to come up directly behind them as they're trying to take out the last player of Seal. And that's definitely the sad part about this game. So Fanta now pushes up, gets the knock and the thirst on to Nuisance, and I believe that is now going to put Virus GG down to a 2-man. We're going to be looking at JP Killer as well as Diverse still standing for this team, and they're going to go ahead and backtrack, come in the opposite way behind Paradise, and should be pretty good because Diverse chilling in zone right now, so it has a very good location, pretty much almost center zone on this one, so hopefully they can go ahead and secure that location, try to keep everybody away, and let's see how late they can stay in this game. So Fanta's going to come up, get the knock onto JP Killer over there. Let me go ahead and see if I can get a bird's eye view onto him, what's going on over here. And it is just up to Diverse over here for Virus GG. I believe he's going to end up throwing a frag out. Fanta ends up pushing up. He's going to be on the second story and runs in the room and gets the final couple into him. And where did the player for Velocity Ace go? I think Prism might have got him. So that now brings us down to our final 3 teams. Scuba going to come over here, trying to throw some nades up through the balcony, trying to get the knock onto Fanta. But they're still also going to have to worry about Execution Esports directly behind these guys. I believe it might be down to just Alexander and Flex at this point. They're end up going to have to push out of Paradise up there. Alexander going to get knocked by Catlin. And it is now all down to Flex. As you can see, he's going to end up taking some zone damage right there. Sendy going to be right here at the stairs. And ends up landing the last couple bullets into him. Gets him down to 1 HP. And that is going to be it. Prism Esports going to be the victors of round number 3. So let's go ahead and take some endgame pictures, guys. Go ahead and get round number 4 set up. We are going to go back to Erangel next round, so stay tuned and we will be right back.